dear viewers, and welcome to a new edition of Body and Soul. In today's edition, we are going to talk about the technology and its role in human development. And to shed light about that topic, we are very much delighted to have with us in studio Engineer Amr Ibrahim. He is a technology expert. Hello, Engineer Amr.
Hello.
From your point of view, sir, how technology and specifically information technology provide to us good during the past 20 years?
Well, of course, it actually changed our lives since 20 years and even a little bit more. But the last 20 years, it really helped all the users in business or even personally to benefit from that. So if we're talking about business side, we will find a lot of tools to be used to save time, to save also a lot of money that was used to communicate between departments, to reach to their clients. All this became much easier and much faster. And from a personal perspective, it became much easier to communicate with the families, with the important people in our lives. So this all helped us to use the technology and benefit from it.
Sir, can you give us examples about the benefits of information technology and information systems, and what did it do positively to the human development?
Well, recently online now, you can find people that you can hire. And with many of the services that can be used, for example, for translation, for designing, things that can be done online and doesn't need a physical existence. So that saves a lot of money. You can hire somebody in another country because he is more talented or more cheaper than what's existing in the market. So this is one thing, reaching them. And the other thing is using this technology to sell the services. So in Egypt, for example, we can train the talented people in different fields, legal, translation, design, in many fields, and let them export this service. And actually this can help also bring to the country, other currencies that we are looking for these days.
Indeed.
Yeah. So imagine if with all the talents, we train them how to use the technology and how to present themselves to the world. And we have a good benefit that we speak Arabic. So many searchers for such talents might be looking for that, and this is a very strong benefit for us.
Indeed, sir. But we'll continue our interview. But first, we'll take this report. Developments in science and technology are fundamentally alternating the way people live and connect, communicate, and transact, with profound effects on the economic development. To promote tech, advanced developing countries should invest in quality education for youth and continuous skills training for workers and managers as well. To shed light, we have the following report by Samah Hashim.
Science and technology are key drivers to development because technological and scientific revolutions underpin economic advances, improvements in health systems, education, and infrastructure. Leroy Chetty in the Ethical Technology Internet site offers interesting views. He says the technological revolutions of the 21st century are emerging from entirely new sectors based on microprocessors, telecommunications, biotechnology, and nanotechnology. Products are transforming practices across the economy as well as the lives of all who have access to their effects. He says the most remarkable breakthroughs will come from the interaction of insights and applications arising when these technologies converge. Through breakthroughs in health services and education, these technologies have the power to better the lives of poor people in developing countries. Eradicating malaria, a scourge of the African continent for centuries, is now possible. Cures for other diseases which are endemic in developing countries are also now possible, allowing people with debilitating conditions to live healthy, productive lives. Access and application are critical. Service and technology are the differentiators between countries that are able to tackle poverty effectively by growing and developing their economies and those that are not.
Welcome back, and we continue our interview with Engineer Amr Ibrahim about the technology and its effect on the human development. Sir, to what extent we did benefit also from the technology in the health sector?
Well, definitely, first to get the information became much easier right now. You can easily, even as an amateur, to look at to know the disease, the side effects, everything about it. You can easily know about it. Of course, if we're talking about the technology itself, right now a doctor can operate a whole operation from another country. Yeah, just having a full view of the operation room, and he can help that. So yeah, technology definitely is going where robots will have its place and be used in such field. It's definitely going to have a lot of effect very soon.
And to shed more light, we are joined over the phone also by Dr. Iman Surur. She's a technology expert. Dr. Iman.
Hello to you. I'm actually a consultant psychiatrist.
Okay. Dr. Iman, to what extent the technology nowadays is affecting our daily lives and our activities?
If you talk about, in general, about daily life and activities, of course, technology is having both sides of the coin. So we have positive thing and negative thing. The positive thing that opens the whole world in front of us. So we can learn, we can expand our knowledge, and we can communicate with people anywhere. And of course, the learning process is very important because we can see different aspects from different culture, and we can learn more about any topics through the new technology. Having said that, we do have a negative aspect of that we are, as human beings, are losing a very important aspect of communication, which is the face-to-face communication, the human communication. Of course, through the technology, I can communicate with somebody else on the other side of the world. However, through the screen, it feels different than when you meet somebody and feel everything he's saying to you.
Dr. Iman, as you have kindly mentioned that we do have many positive things because of technology, but we do have a negative edge as well. When we meet each other at a family gathering, or I believe we do lost the contact with Dr. Iman Surur, and we thank her, Dr. Iman Surur, the consultant psychiatrist. Thank you very much for your input. And back to our dear guest in the studio, Engineer Amr Ibrahim. What is the meaning of the term cloud technology?
Cloud technology, it helps eliminate the need for physical, like storage or for data, or sometimes even softwares or even sometimes devices. So it helps us use a certain technology or data in a cloud where it's saved somewhere else. And this helps a lot if somebody doesn't have the resources to maintain such server or data, to use this service from a provider that can provide the service and the maintenance for it.
Engineer Ibrahim, who is the inventor of the cloud computing, and to what extent the cloud computing is important on the technological level?
It's definitely it's very important. Right now, most of the software companies are going to the cloud technology. They are planning to let any user, rather even than buying a CD or downloading it, he can work directly on the software on the cloud. So this will help a lot of users not waste their money in buying a physical item. They will easily use it through the cloud, and that will be saving a lot of time. Especially also the cloud is very important for storage. Personally, we can use it to store our photos, our data, and for companies, they can save all their information, the confidential information, for example, in the cloud.
Sir, what are the most important applications of the cloud technology?
I was just mentioning right now, it is mainly the application to save or store data. This is one of them. Yeah, exactly. And there are other things, but mainly right now, this is the focus. And the servers, of course, so we can have our servers. It doesn't have to be in-house. We can have it with a company that give us the service. Yeah.
How can we use that cloud technology, sir, in Egypt in a positive way?
Well, definitely in Egypt, we are a little bit behind in technology. We are still using paper and pen in most of our...
way behind,
yeah.
Especially in the governmental...
Exactly. That's, and this is... there is an investment. There is amount of effort to make the setup, to have a proper technology for our system. It's not easy at all, but once it's implemented, it will save really a lot of time. It will give a very accurate information and data for the decision makers. The process, of course, is going to be much faster, much effective. So we really need this technology to be added in Egypt. And the good thing is that right now this technology became less expensive than before. Before it was very expensive. Now we have the talents to manage it in Egypt. But we need the technology to be added and implemented.
Engineer Amr, as we are talking about the human development and the use of technology for that, we have to mention, as you have kindly been talking about, the development of the employees who are working in different fields, and many of them are still not using the technology in a great way. So how can we start to implement these technologies in order to modernize most of the state institutions and also use the database, modernized database, mobile apps or whatsoever in order to have a technological umbrella for all these institutions and systems?
Well, I really believe that first we have the talents. We need to just give them the advanced education. Once
training, do you mean?
Exactly.
Or to implement the system, or from where should we start here?
We can actually start by training them and making them know how we can do it in-house. We don't have to import it from outside or import experts from outside. We can use our talents here. We can train them. We can make sure they are ready enough to maintain this technology once it's implemented. And if this happens, the speed in any ministry or any governmental institution, it will be very efficient. So the point is to focus on the people. The people is the key. No matter how much we talk that we can import technology, but the people who will work on this technology is the important. And by the way, it doesn't take too much time to do that. Knowing and
are we accepting that, or we need to train people to be more open for the new systems, maybe, or for using new technology, for using a modern system, for database, for work, and what are the steps needed here in order to develop the humans, to develop the employees here to accept that?
If we give them a good system and a clear one where...
I think it's easier as well.
Yeah, exactly. If they have a clear system and they will move step by step by that, they will definitely not be lost. If we're talking, what you just mentioned, that we need to develop that. We need to keep on improving and developing, even if it's a software, if it's a program. And through this, it will organize everything to the talents that we have. So what I want to say is, it can be done. We can even develop it from the scratch here in Egypt, because we know what's our need. We don't have to import anything from outside. Once we do that, we can even later export what we have developed here. And that will be a great benefit for us.
Engineer Amr, as we were talking about the mobile apps and the new apps which are creating a real change in our lives, because now everything is in our hands.
Yes.
How can we use that in a positive way for our own development and for our own human development, not use it in a negative way which could affect us?
Exactly. Actually, this year I was working on a project, and it is for education. It's an actual e-library for books, and actually it's audiobooks, so users can listen to the books or read it. It's their choice.
Both are included in the app.
Exactly. And each book is translated into 6 languages. So we're talking about if there is a choice to read in Arabic, in English, French, Spanish, Russian, or German even. So such application, for example, can be used, of course, for students and children to learn and have the knowledge to read the international stories and be more educated, not just the school to have knowledge from outside the school, but from the human development part, which is very important. This application can help companies and government and all.
How, Mr.
Yes, we're let's say for example, here in this building, they want all their staff to read, for example, a book about management or a book about human development. So this app will help this idea to be implemented without paying anything, because nothing will be printed. It's all going to be on the app. The book will be available to everybody because it can be opened through mobiles and iPads and notepads. So it can be reached to everybody without paying anything. And after each book or each chapter, we can have a quiz that encourage the readers to answer it. So in the end, the management can know who read the book. Did he answer the quiz, and was he answering correct?
Or
exactly.
He read all the chapters.
Exactly. And if he read it and if he answered the quiz correctly, that means he understands the book. So any management can give to their employees books to read that is related to their business for in management and human development. And once it's read, they can have statistics that tell them everything.
All these through the app.
Exactly, exactly. So this is just one example, and this app can grow and can be improved. But what I want to say is, like you said, applications can be used in human development and can improve a lot and can speed up and also save a lot of money. Because printing, if we're talking about books, printing, let's say 50,000 books is a big amount of money. And then we will lose a lot of trees because of all these papers that will be used. But using an app is very easy. We can you know, add anything, we can remove anything.
We can read while maybe in transportation.
Exactly, exactly.
While doing it at home, it's much easier than going to buy.
That it's audiobook, so you, like you said, while I'm driving.
Even while you are driving,
exactly.
Because we do spend so many time while stuck in traffic,
exactly.
So we can use it in a positive way here.
Exactly, exactly. If I have 1 hour, I can finish like a book or half a book. In one day, I can finish a whole book. And that's exactly where we want to go. We want the children, while they're going to their school, to listen to a story or an important book. The father or the mother, when she's going to work or he's going to work, would have useful information. And we have this technology already, and here in Egypt.
So we can use it also for companies, as you have kindly mentioned, and for institutions.
Yes.
They can use it for human development, which is our main topic here.
Exactly. So this is, the books also can contain the information that the company wants to inform their staff about. And we give it to them in an easy way. So if somebody didn't read the book, and he can read it while he's coming to the work. Exactly. And rather than making courses and spending a lot of time and money in preparing such thing, we can deliver it to them through the new technology, through the apps.
Engineer Amr, also, as we are talking about apps and the technology, we do have apps for everything.
Exactly.
You can do e-shopping, we can do e-banking now, and to what extent we could benefit from all these technologies for gaining time, because if we do the banking, our banking activities through the apps or the computer, we will not do much of moving or going to the bank by ourselves and suffer in the traffic or go to a mall or to do some shopping. So how we could benefit in a positive way, because we should not do that excessively as well.
Yes.
So how can we do that in a positive way?
Well, if you mentioned banking now, I didn't visit the bank branch for the last 10 years. I only use the online and internet for banking system for the bank I'm in, and it's amazing. I can do everything, transfer things, pay bills. So this saves a lot of time and help us avoid being, you know,
stuck in traffic.
Exactly. And I save a lot of time in this part. The other thing is the organization itself, like the bank, they would love to save all this hassle of building more branches, for example, to their bank, just to serve they can serve all their clients just through one website or one application, which is great. And they will even make more profit and more money, because they are making it easier for the people. All the other examples that you mentioned are actually very active now, like buying grocery or buying electronics through online. This because I don't have to go and waste my time to buy something simple or small. It can be delivered to my house. So yes, this is, and if people will think this way, definitely the traffic itself will reduce because we are not...
I don't believe after this moment we do think that way, because we do have an issue in the traffic.
Exactly. But it needs to be implemented more strongly in Egypt.
How? What are the steps that should be taken in order to do that?
Well, first of all, to make the internet more available and much faster, like what happened.
I don't believe that it's an internet issue, because I do believe that most of the people here in Egypt, they are using the internet, but
Yes.
how they use it.
Exactly, I agree, totally agree with you. We need to give them, to educate them. Actually, it takes a little time to educate about something new. And I totally agree with you that maybe people know that there is a bank application, but they still go to the branch and wait in the queue for an hour or two. I don't know why. But I really believe that we have to educate and give them an incentive if they will use this application in a way or another. So if I buy, for example, my grocery online, I will save 10% or 5%. If I do the transaction through the bank, I can have an incentive of a chance to win something or save money. So we have to educate them and tell them that you will benefit from that. It takes a little time.
Indeed, Engineer Amr Ibrahim, technology expert, thank you very much, sir, for your precious input and for being our guest for today.
Thank you very much.
And with that, our viewers, we come to the end of this edition of Body and Soul. Hope you have enjoyed it. Until we meet again, I'm Rabia signing off.